The grandma was very mad. She was very fucking pissed, and she asked, so why did you take me to the sea? And he said, I have a soft spot for people who enjoy the sea. Not because he's in a fucking wheelchair, not because he has a disability, not because he thinks less of her. He has a thing for people that have the same type of likes as him, the same type of connections. You know how you will meet a woman or a man and y'all will have these connections to like each other? You know how you met your friends, y'all probably like anime, music, different types of food. You know the fucking connection, the thing that humans have? That's what he had with her. And he's looking past everything of what she is, unlike everybody else, but he's sexualizing her, right, Twitter? Right, dumbasses? Right. Okay. No, it fucking sucks that I even got to do a video on how stupid niggas are on Twitter. So it's been a lot of controversy going around talking about Josie and the tigerfish. So a lot of people on Twitter are talking about Josie and the tigerfish, and they are trying to make it like it's a sexual thing, like he's only there just to sexualize her because she's in her wheelchair.
You don't get your goofy ass on my face, man.
And just ignoring the actual face value of the movie. Having these people never even watch the movie, or even some of these dumbasses went in just with a biased like viewpoint of what the fuck the movie is. So we're gonna talk about what the movie is. It's not gonna be highly edited either, because I want my point to get across, and I'm talking to the dumbasses directly that think that this movie is for him and how he sexualized a woman in a wheelchair. Let's get into it, bro. So rewatching the movie, literally in the first 3 to 4 minutes, you see our main character working at a sea shop, basically just for, you know, sea equipment, surf equipment, things in that nature, right? So as he gets off of work, he sees Josie, the main character, the other main character, going down the hill in her wheelchair, and she almost got fucking harmed, right? He caught her in the air. He was walking home, and she was like, oh, Granny, this fucking pervert is following us. He was like, yo, I live the same exact way that y'all live. My bad, right? As he was finna walk away and the granny thanked him, she said, hey, how about you come inside? They started talking. They ate a bit. Granny was like, how about I offer you a job, right? Turns out that she wanted him to be a caretaker for Josie. That is not a problem at all. He needed extra money because he was a college student and he wanted to do big things, but he was a little lacking on money, right? Cool. But the conflict is the granny keeps her locked away inside because she's scared of the world. She even has her say, what is everybody in the world? They're big, bad, scary monsters. And she asked her granny multiple times, can we go on a walk? And her granny said no. So it's making Josie a little bit depressed, and she wants to go outside. She wants to explore different things. But all of you guys know how it is when you have a parent and they're very strict on certain things that they want you to do and don't want you to do, right? So Josie escaped, and she said that she wants to go to the sea. And so he agrees and brings her along with him. But this train scene was probably the biggest effect on this movie for the people that didn't watch it and they're just making up stupid shit, right? So you see how she tried to talk to a lady and said, ma'am, can you help me? And nobody wanted to help her. Nobody wanted help for the little guy, right? And even a random guy just fucking stared at her like she was just disgusting, like he was in disgust. Like, bro, he's a fucking weirdo, you know what I'm saying? Like, even some guy bumped into her, and the main character, the guy that y'all are saying that is sexualizing her, stood up for her and called him a fucking joke and said, hey, watch where you going. But I guess he's just there to fantasize her, right? So you start to see the little things, like she never got to do things like ride on the train, and she was very excited about that. She didn't even know how to buy tickets. That was her first time buying the ticket. She seen a plane, and you get to see the small little excitement that Josie gets in the movie, and that just makes me happy to see that, to see different perspectives on that outlook of everything. Rather you're a different ethnicity, rather you're blind, rather you can't hear, rather you have to do sign language, different things in this nature. When I was watching this movie, I just felt like that connection to understand different people's perspectives and views really made me fuck with this movie just 10 times. Not for sexualizing her, not for making her feel like she's a fucking girl toy and that he can use her. Truth be told, they helped each other in the movie understand a lot of the things. Her granny was holding her back and didn't let her see things. He helped her see these things. He helped her go to different places, not to fucking use her, not to pick her up and fucking use her as a toy. He wanted to do these things. So when they finally reached the sea, she started going in her wheelchair, started going in the sand, but her wheelchair obviously got stuck in the sand, and she got out of her wheelchair, started crying. She was just thrived to see the sea. She was just so like thrilled to see it. Like she had literally a mission, and you can see it on her. And she was just explaining that her dad died and she always wanted to see what the sea was like and what the water tastes like, but she was always scared of the waves. And he picked her up and brought her into the water. And you see how powerful this moment is of the story. Like, you can see it having a connection, having a heart, even when she was difficult, having attitudes, calling him a pervert, calling him stupid and different things and etc. He still picked her up to let her see the sea, and they just had a good funny moment. But Twitter says this is sexual fantasizing this chick in the fucking wheelchair. But okay, so after you brought her back, the grandma was very mad. She was very fucking pissed, and she asked, so why did you take me to the sea? And he said, I have a soft spot for people who enjoy the sea. Not because he's in a fucking wheelchair, not because he has a disability, not because he thinks less of her. He has a thing for people that have the same type of likes as him, the same type of connections. You know how you will meet a woman or a man and y'all will have these connections to like each other? You know how you met your friends, y'all probably like anime, music, different types of food. You know the fucking connection, the thing that humans have? That's what he had with her. And he's looking past everything of what she is, unlike everybody else, but he's sexualizing her, right, Twitter? Right, dumbasses? Right. Okay, so he said, is there anywhere else you want to go? She whispered in his ear, said, my grandma always takes naps for at least 2 to 3 hours. After that, they started sneaking out. He started bringing her to see different things, have foods, eat snacks, just have fun, you know what I'm saying? He even tried to build her a little skateboard, even though it didn't work. He tried to build her a little skateboard, you know what I'm saying? But I guess that's for sex, right? He brought her on the Ferris wheel, even when he was fucking sick and hated heights, but she was really enjoying it. But I guess that's for sex, right, Twitter? I fucking get it. I see why I'm not on Twitter, bro. It's a lot of problematic fucking weirdos. I literally have 4 minutes on Twitter on my screen time on my iPhone. The only time I ever touch Twitter is when my friend says something like anime, because my friend told me this. So whenever something anime related or a conflict like this, sometimes I want to talk about it. 90% of the time I don't give a fuck because it's stupid. It's not going to change people's perspective, and they're stuck in their ways and just want to make whatever they see fit instead of looking at face value of what shit actually is. That's what a lot of people do in this world, so it kind of fucking sucks, you know what I'm saying? You know, but I just see this movie as two people that just enjoy the same things, you know, certain things, and ignore the outside world. Like, you know, this was a great movie, and I hope you guys can change your mind and watch it and enjoy it. I didn't want to spoil a lot because I kind of really rewatched this movie for a second or third time. You know what I'm saying? This is a great movie. And by the way, one of the conflicts she was really going through, really sad, really depressed, really wanted to give up on herself, and he was really locked in with school. Took time out of his school to go find her and talk to her, and she was going across the street. He was risking his life to try to save her while she was going across the street. Got hit by a fucking car, right? And you know what's crazy? When he woke up in the hospital, he didn't sit there and he wasn't mad at Josie. He didn't sit there and shit on her. He didn't talk about her disability or fucking wheelchair. The first question he asked was, is she okay? Is she alright? And still care for her. But I guess we sexualizing her, right, Twitter? We sexualizing her because she's in a fucking wheelchair. I guess. You know what I'm saying? I guess, bro. I guess. But but for the people saying that he's sexualizing the main character, you know what I'm saying? I just, you know, I feel like a lot of people have a lot of traumas, and that's what's therapy for. Or, you know, a lot of people have certain things, and I can get some people's type of frustration. But never judge a book by its cover, and actually watch these shows and actually try to not pretend to hate something just because you imagine what you think it is instead of knowing what it actually is. But this is a great movie, you know, just Twitter being on some dumb shit. If you like this movie, let me know, or if you've seen it before and it was okay, you know. But if you're one of those Twitter people that thought it was sexualizing and you're in the comments, and even after all this you still think it's sexualizing, then I just don't know what to tell you. I really don't know. Probably you're fucking stupid. I don't know. But give a like, enjoy, subscribe if you're new, man. I didn't want to come in here and be negative. You know, the channel always want to be about positivity, and we have our opinions. But if it's just biased, dumb, negative takes like that just to shit on something and make it something that is not, I just can't stand by shit like that. I feel like it's pretty weird. Because I feel like the guy that made this really put time and effort into this fucking movie, and y'all were just pretty fucking weird. But give a like, enjoy, subscribe if you're new, man, and I'm out, man. Peace.